Greetings YouTube. Let's do a little video about the Red Dragon today. This car's always in the background. I've had this car for a long time, but I think it's time to let it go. So I'll tell a little about it. My first car was a 3rd gen Camaro, and that 23 years later I still have one. But I've been moving all over and been dragging this thing around with me, but it's time to let it go. I think it was like 8 years ago I put this together. And then, you know, I drive it here and there, and then I moved from New York to Texas, and then, you know, I'd drive it here and there, and then it sat because I moved to Vegas, and then it took me about a year and a half, I think, to go get it from Texas. But when I got it from Texas, I drove it, and me and a buddy just flew into Texas. We met when he flew from New York, I flew from Vegas. We landed in Austin, put air in the tires of the car, and we drove it back to Texas. We didn't literally just started it and went. So this interior is actually pretty nice. I'm gonna have to pull this out. It's still too dark in here, but while we're in the car, I converted it to a 6-speed, and when I did the conversion, I had a manual Trans Am also, so I took the everything I needed on the transmission tunnel, so it's everything just like factory. But when you do the 6 speeds, the shifter's actually, it's 2 inches further back, so everything lines up like it should. It looks factory. And then when I did that, because the car's got a big cam, it revs way higher than factory, you know. I think the original tax redlined at like 6,500 or something like that, or, you know, maxed out at 6,500. I took apart oh, you can't even see this in there. All right, let's talk about the motor. It's a 383 stroker, cast block, cast heads. It's 202 heads. This was like a late 60s, early 70s Camaro motor. That's my old boss had built this up and had it sitting around, and then I had bought it off him. It's got a RPM, what is this, the Edelbrock RPM, no, Edelbrock, I forget what this thing is called. It's a single plane. Then we have a 750 carburetor. It still has HEI ignition. The entire harness and everything is still all original. I tried not to cut anything I had to. So the whole pulleys, water pump, and everything is off the original car. So if you have to replace anything on the front of this motor, you still just order it for an 89 Camaro. So there's no trouble replacing anything. Still uses a stock belt. Brand new GM AC compressor. It's charged and everything. The only thing that was left to do was I have a new cable for the blend door, and the fan has to be wired to come on with the compressor. But if you turn the fan on and switch the AC on, it will blow cold. That yellow top battery is only like 6 or 8 months old. Everything under here is original. I have the heat. It still has the heater core and everything in there if you want to hook the heat back up, but I just have the line pinched off. And so there's no heat in the car right now, but the AC, if you hook up the blend door and just wire up the fan, the air conditioning works. Besides that, the suspension, brakes are all original to the car, you know, so they all got 150,000 miles or whatever on them. It does have drilled and slotted rotors in the front. Like I said, T56 manual transmission, hydraulic clutch. That's just a factory GM clutch. If everything up in the motor compartment is for 89 Camaro. If you get anything for the transmission, it's a 96 Camaro. And so it's just a factory GM hydraulic clutch, stage 2 stage 2 ram clutch, and then it has a conversion flywheel for the pre-86 block to the T56 transmission, and it has a BMR cross member for the transmission. 3-inch stainless steel BORLA exhaust. It does actually have a muffler and dual outlet. It sounds pretty good. The rear end, 373 POSI. It's a strange rear end with, no. It's got an AUBURN POSI and it has strange axles that are good for 600 horsepower. It's got long studs on there already. And then these are Trans Am BBS wheels, 16-inch wheels, this powder coated gloss black. The tires, they all have good tread on them, but these tires are 10, 12 years old. T-tops have new seals in them. T-tops have new seals. Dashboard has no cracks. I'm gonna pull this outside so you can hear it and get a better look at it. Cracks in the dashboard. The passenger seat's in good shape. The driver's seat does have some rips to it. This thing, the console, no cracks. I've had 12 of these cars. This thing is super clean for its age, for sure. And when I did the transmission swap, I had the entire interior out, and this car is solid as a rock. There's the K&N air filters. New pins and bushings in all the doors, so they all close nice and easy. I got the tack. I took the factory tack out and put an odometer monster tack in the factory tack, so now it goes up to 8,000 and looks completely factory. All the gauges work. The gas gauge is off though. I forget how it reads. It's been so long since I rode, but it will show when there's some gas in there, and when it gets low, it'll move down to let you know. With this big old carburetor, it's getting like 12 miles a gallon. The last time I drove it to Kingman, Arizona, to go watch the Route 66. The Route 66 rigs in Kingman, Arizona, so you know that's the last long drive I did, was the Kingman and back, no problem. But interior is super clean. I'll show you the column. All the bushings are rebuilt in the column also. We said new pins and bushings in the door, so this door closes super nice too. It doesn't drag. There's no sag. The rocker panels were fixed, you know, because they were painted since they all had those marks on there. This is the worst of the driver's seat. It's just, you know, the common bolster stuff just here and here, but the rest of the seat is in good shape. It has all the wiring run too. If you want to put speakers in the back, when I had the interior out, I put wires in, you know, the aux cable and the power cord, if you were going to do that. Carburetor, always have to clean it. A pain in my ass. Tired of cleaning carburetors. I have an extra set of grid tail lights also, and a whole bunch of extra parts that come with it. This is the stock intake that will work with that carburetor, so you still have ram air technically. Really nice car cover too, that's like new, because the thing's been sitting in the garage now. But yeah, even the rear shocks work in the hatch. See, this thing's all solid, no rust. Oh, let's go underneath. It used to look nice underneath, but after sitting in Texas, it's actually not too bad under here. But I had painted everything black, and there's that big old BORLA exhaust. There's the BMR cross member. You gotta put air in this tire. You see the brakes. Got heavy duty U-joints. Oh, I also have Trans Am WS6 sway bars front and rear that I never put on. Those come with the car also. It's a clean title. I don't know what else. Yeah. I guess that's it. If you got any questions, let me know. This dashboard. I bought a Camaro, swapped the dashboards, and then sold the car. That's how you get a clean dash for a Camaro.